Okay, so what I have here is a composition setup, just a bunch of stuff. We're going to look at manual shutter here. So I got my flashlight shining on it so you know that the video isn't all the way black. Here's what I need you to do. The shutter is still in manual mode. Okay. Down below, or on the lens, we have manual and autofocus. I'm going to put it on auto, so MA. I'm going to shine the light at the composition, whatever composition I have. Line up the composition and lightly press this shutter release. That will autofocus. Now that it's autofocus, I'm going to switch it back to manual, but I'm not going to move the camera. I'm just going to switch that button. Alright. Why is that important? Well, let me express something. A camera has a hard time focusing in the dark, people. So that's why. Now, got the composition set up, got my camera in manual. Time to have some fun in the aperture. So let's switch over to the aperture software. Let's just take a picture of it real quick. Let's open the shutter up, shine the light on the composition, close the shutter. Good. You can see my aperture is set to 5. Alright, that didn't give me a whole lot of time. But you can see here, if I have everything worked out correctly, I should be able to take my loupe and look at things in here, and they should be pretty crisp. You'll see that I focused in on the skull, but the flowers are kind of blurry, and the bottle is kind of blurry. Just like before when I wrote with light, I had a whole lot of time because my aperture was set higher. So I'm going to switch over and adjust my aperture to be about, let's say 22. That's always a nice one. Gives me just a few minutes to play around. Okay, so let's open the shutter. This time I'm going to put the light here on the side, turn it off, and then aim a red light in front of it, and then open up the shutter. What happens? Ooh. Alright, not bad. So let's do that again. Let's open it up. This time, I'm going to expose certain things inside the scene. First, I need to expose the table. Okay, so I shine the light on the table, then I'm going to shine the light on the skull on the side, and then I'm going to do the front of the skull so it has some red light, and then I'm going to open it back up. You just learned to paint with light inside a scene. Congratulations. There is all kinds of crazy stuff you could do with this. Well, we have that manual flash. Okay, so I'm going to take that manual flash here. Again, at this point, you got a lot of junk in your hands. So I got open shutter. This time I'm going to go and manually flash it from above. Okay, and then paint some light into the scene on the side. Okay, more direct flash this time. More direct lighting. And this time I'm holding it a little bit more. Ooh. So you can get some really nice effects here. And you can use the studio lights to your advantage also. Okay, so let me switch over to on location here. I'm going to just aim some studio lights here on the composition. Let's look at which ones I can around with. Ooh, that's a nice one. I just want a real dim light, so it's barely on. Okay, open up the shutter. Again, you know, you'll see me kind of being in front here, but not. Closing the shutter up. Let's look at what that does in the aperture. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, so that's practical application of painting with light. The other one, you know, get it out of your system. It's cool to do every once in a while with the waving of the flashlight in front of the camera. Ooh, but you're not going to win many awards with it. With this, however, you can turn junk into gold. So, that is painting with light in a composition. Enjoy. Let's please move on to the next video.